Hey everybody, Mark Edward Lewis here from cinemasound.com. Today we're going to answer a question that we get all the time from folks, which is what kind of microphone should I use on my camera? Because you're doing maybe run and gun or ENG or, whatever reality, you may not have time to connect, a microphone to somebody because they're in the middle of a gunfight or something. That's fine. You got to put something on your camera. Well, what should we use? Let's answer that right now. Well, first, let me say this. There is now a product available that solves all of that for us ENG and run and gun folks. It's called the Saramonic Blink 500 system. It's super small, wireless, under $400, 2 channels go into one receiver. But what's great about it is, although it comes with lavaliers, us ENG folks, we don't have time to do that. Or not ENG, rather, run and gun and news gathering, reality. You don't have time. People are running around. To mic them with a lavalier. So the transmitter has a microphone built in with a clip. You just clip it on them and you're ready to go with the receiver back on your camera. Sounds really good for the money. And again, wireless, run and gun, go to town. This sort of circumvents the need to have an on-camera mic. And always lavaliers sound better than an on-camera mic. Maybe not better than a shotgun that's pointed close, but again, a shotgun microphone, you don't have time to put that on. It has to be on the camera, which is too far away, especially if you're moving the camera around. It's never going to work. So that's my biggest solution for you. Don't buy an on-camera microphone. Get the Blink 500 system. But if you must, and you're like, I just got to have one of these things, then I got to say, all right, well, how much money do you have to spend? Because if you're like, well, I got $1,000 to spend on one of these microphones, in which case, good for you. Get a really nice shotgun microphone, maybe an NTG8, which has a little bit wider polar pattern, so you can get a single person and maybe a couple of people in your shot, and then some kind of a mount like this one from Saramonic that has maybe battery powered with a phantom power built in. You stick the microphone in there and you're good to go. But the thing is, no matter how quiet your shotgun microphone is, and shotgun microphones are inherently noisy, you're going to pick up all the noise of the camera, the lens, motor mount, maybe even heaven forbid you're using a red camera and trying to do this, where you get all that and the fan noise and all that other stuff. Just having a really expensive and super great sounding shotgun microphone is really not what you want to do. You're just wasting your money. You want to get something that sounds great, maybe isn't the quietest, but gives you maximum value. And there, again, is where Saramonic shows up in the form of the Tm1, which is a great shotgun microphone, super cardioid, which has a frequency kind of feel that's definitely honed toward the dialogue space of frequencies, or the Tm7 if you want to get something upwards of $400 that has a really beautiful full frequency response and a whole lot of bells and whistles. Both of those are battery powered, built-in battery with 10 dB pad, high frequency boost if you want to do Foley or whatever with it as well, and low cut filters. They're really, really great. Again, you can buy more expensive on-camera microphones, shotgun microphones that you can also use to put on a boom pole, but I think you're wasting your money. Now, for ones that are specifically designed for being on camera, that have their own built-in shoe, Rode makes a whole bunch of these. In fact, that's what Rode made their millions at, is making these inroads into this whole market space with Canon 5D Mark III and all that other stuff. Rode is great. You're going to get some good value with Rode, as all of you by now know. But I want to introduce you to what is another company that's making inroads into this space, and that is, again, Saramonic. They've got a host of on-camera microphones, from the Cam Mic, which is a really inexpensive, simple to fasten on your camera cold shoe, super cardioid, which both comes in a battery-powered variety and a plug-in power variety. The Vmic Mini, which will help you. It's a cardioid polar pattern, so you can get 1, 2, maybe even 3 people in front of your camera, and maybe even a whole bunch of ambience if you want to pick that up as well. And both of these microphones are sexy looking. They've got a brand new, Rode doesn't have this, anybody has it, it's unique to Saramonic, shock mount, which is sexy looking, and you're going to get noticed. And it does a really, really good job of muting and disconnecting the microphone from the camera bumping that happens from operation, that low frequency thud that happens. And then for something a little more robust and that sounds a little bit better is the Vmic series itself. Vmic itself, which again tuned to the specific dialogue sounds, or the Vmic Pro, which is again a much wider polar pattern. A much wider frequency response. Both of these polar patterns are super cardioid. Both of those Vmic microphones are AA powered. So they're a little bit heavier. You're not going to want to put this on a gimbal. If you're doing a gimbal, then you're definitely doing Cam Mic or Vmic Mini. But if you're on a tripod or hand holding, these are great. They sound great, great durability. And they, again, these microphones are a little noisier. They're inexpensive. You're going to get maximum value, but you're going to get a little more noise. But in terms of sound, so many of these microphones sound just like their Rode counterpoints for dollars less. In fact, the Tm1, in my mind, sounds exactly like the NTG4. And I've said this before on our Cinema Sound Education, which brings me to, I hope to see you all at cinemasound.com. Come visit us where we have hundreds and hundreds of videos and articles to help you get that unfair competitive advantage in the marketplace of multimedia, that Hollywood immersion in your audio. And it begins with recording, of course. And we want to be able to get the best recording possible. And choosing the right microphone is obviously where that begins. Hopefully this has been valuable to you. Subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you at cinemasound.com. Otherwise, we'll see you on set.
Even if it's for yourself.